My business has done over $70 million in sales at the time that I'm filming this. And in this short video, I'm gonna share with you 2 simple things that I do every single day that have helped create a wildly successful business. So hang with me, let's go. Hey, what's up, my friend? My name is Kanae. I'm an entrepreneur, and I literally got started working at a coffee shop for just barely over minimum wage, and I've gone on now to create multiple 7- and 8-figure businesses. And everything that I share on my channel comes from real-world applied knowledge of the things that have helped me create that transformation, in hopes that it saves you time and energy as you undergo your own transformation as well, whatever that means for you. Now, in this video, I'm gonna share with you 2 things that I do every single day that have helped me create a wildly successful business. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, thing number 1, and I don't think that I've ever talked about this before, but thing number 1 is making sure that I get a good night's rest. And I do that using this little tool right here. This is called an Aura Ring. And what it does is it measures my sleep every night. It takes into account my sleeping patterns, my REM sleep, my resting heart rate variability, and a few other metrics as well. Every morning, it then spits out a readiness score. That readiness score basically measures how well rested I am and ready to attack the day. Now, I was pretty skeptical when I first heard about this, even after reading the website, but after using the tool, I can say that this has actually become one of my most important things that I do. I have definitely seen a very, very strong correlation between my readiness score and my ability to go out and attack the day. And when I say attack the day, I mean staying focused, staying energized, having good critical thinking skills, being able to problem solve, not having to drag myself through the day or have a cup of coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in order to kind of round things out. None of that stuff, right? I wanna make sure that when I get up every morning, I am prepped and ready to go out and just absolutely crush my goals. And I found that nothing that I do contributes to that more than making sure that I get a good night's rest. Now, I want to be clear about this though. Getting a good night's rest doesn't necessarily mean getting 8 hours of sleep like a lot of people talk about. Instead, I've gotten 5, 6, 7 hours of sleep and still had exceptionally good readiness scores. So it's not necessarily about how long I sleep, it's about making sure that I'm well rested in the amount of hours that I have to sleep. At the same time, I've had nights where I've had 8 or 9 hours of sleep and still did not have a good readiness score. And the great thing about this tool is it allows me to identify patterns and things that I'm doing throughout my day that are contributing to whether or not I get good rest. The bottom line is this: if I want to wake up every day ready to attack the day, then it starts by making sure that I got a good night's rest the night before. And that has become easily one of the most important things that I do every day. All right, number 2 is reviewing my business's numbers every day. This is literally the first thing that I do every morning when I sit down at my desk. And while it might sound advanced at first, I promise you this is something that you can execute no matter what stage of business you're in currently. And I'll give you some examples of what I mean by that when you hang with me. First, what I want to do is explain what I mean by reviewing my business's numbers and why it's so critically important. See, one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of early stage entrepreneurs make, and perhaps you can relate to this, is they wake up every day with a task list, right? They have all this stuff that they need to do. They have to make so many social media posts, maybe so many reels, so many videos. They've got text messages they need to respond to, an inbox that's full, and all of this stuff. And at the end of the day, they've accomplished a lot of those things and they feel very busy, but they're not necessarily productive. See, one does not equate to the other, and this is a symptom of not slowing down and really taking an inventory of the activities that move the needle in your business most. Now, arguably, there is nothing that moves the needle in your business most, especially if you are an early stage entrepreneur. There's probably nothing that changes your business more than generating sales and revenue. Revenue is what drives cash into the business, which is the lifeblood of the business, and it's what ultimately allows that business to grow. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna share with you a snapshot of my daily dashboard. And it's actually just a very simple spreadsheet that my team fills out for me every morning. Now, it's obviously gonna be blurred out to protect some proprietary information that's unique to our business. However, on that dashboard, you can see that I'm looking at how much money did we spend the day before, how many leads did we generate, how many customers did we acquire, what was the total revenue for the business that day, what was the amount of refunds for the business that day, and ultimately at the end of it, how much did we take in versus how much was taken out of the business. And what I want to do is basically ensure that on the vast majority of days, we're green. There was more money that came in than money that went out. Now, obviously, there's going to be some days that are red. That's just part of having a business. There's gonna be some days where the expenses were higher than the amount of money that came in. That happens from time to time. All I wanna do is ensure that that's not trending. It's not becoming a pattern in the business. So every morning I wake up and I look at my dashboard and I look, how much did we spend on ads? How many leads did we generate? Did we generate enough leads for us to hit our goal at the end of the month? Did we acquire enough customers for us to hit our goal at the end of the month? How much revenue did we drive into the business? Are we on track to hit our goal for the month? How much money went out? Are we on track to hit our margin goal for the month? These sorts of things. And once I take a look at that, I can figure out how healthy the business is currently. If it's healthy, then great. I can go about my day. I can execute my tasks because I know that the most important things are already working. And if it's not doing well, if it's starting to trend red multiple days in a row, then I know that I need to talk to my team, connect with somebody on the staff, and figure out what potentially is going wrong. And in fact, my team is so dialed in these days that obviously if there's a red day, they've already let me know it was red and here's why it was red. However, that's not quite the point. The point is that by making sure that the business is healthy every single day and the most critical tasks are being accomplished, acquiring customers and generating sales, I know whether or not my business is on track for success for the month. Now here's what that looked like when I first got started, back when I was just still working in a coffee shop. I was just an affiliate marketer. I was a solopreneur trying to do it all by myself and wearing all the hats in my business. What I did is I figured out exactly how many leads I needed to generate in order to get enough appointments, phone appointments, in order for me to sell enough for me to earn the amount of commissions that I needed to earn for me to hit my income goals. Back then I was an affiliate marketer selling other people's products, and I would actually take phone calls and get on the phone with people and sell those products. They were high ticket. I'd sell those products in order to make sure that I hit my monthly income goal. So literally every morning I would wake up and I would look at, okay, how much money did I spend in advertising? How many leads did I generate? All right, how many appointments did I generate on my calendar? Great, how many appointments do I have for today? Am I on track to hit my monthly goal? At the end of the month, I could look back and I could say, okay, so here's the amount of appointments that I had, and here's the amount of leads that I generated. If I take the amount of leads that I had divided by the amount of appointments, it tells me, how many leads I'm gonna need in order to generate one appointment. And if I want to increase my goal for the next month by, let's say, 10%, then I know that roughly speaking, I need to increase my appointments by about 10%. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to increase my leads by about 10%, which means I'm gonna have to increase my ad spend by roughly about 10%. And I could swing each one of those levers, so to speak, individually. Meaning, what if I just set a goal that, this month I'm gonna do better at closing. I'm gonna try to increase my average appointment value by 20%. If I do that, then it won't even matter if I, get as many leads as I need to every day. If I fall short a couple of days, it won't make a huge difference because, I'm moving these levers each individually. The bottom line is that every single day, I knew exactly what needed to be accomplished on a day by day basis to ensure that by the end of the month, I hit the goal that I needed to hit for my business to continue to grow. I didn't sit around and focus on posting stuff on social media, getting on lots of meetings and phone calls. No, I made sure that the most critical components of my business were handled. And once I knew that those were handled, that is when I knew that I had room in my calendar to do some of the other cool stuff that I want to do. Take on some additional projects, maybe test a new funnel, create some new ads, take some calls, generate some meetings with friends or people that I might want to work with in the future. But I always made sure that that came second to ensuring that the number one most important activity that was critical to my business was being accomplished. And so again, that's something that I was doing back when I was making $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $50,000 in a month, and it's something that we do now making 7 figures a month. All right, so trust me, once you do this, it will change the scope of your business. And if you wake up every day and you look at those numbers and you know what numbers are most important and whether or not you're ahead or behind, that will help you dictate what activities you need to focus on for the day that are going to actually change your business. I hope you got value out of this video, my friend. And if you like content like this, then make sure that you drop a quick like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell notification so that you get notified every time I produce more content like this. And go ahead and drop a comment and let me know what was your biggest takeaway from the video. So go ahead and click subscribe, turn on that bell notification, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.